Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today I want to do a video on my combine. A few years ago I switched it over to four-wheel drive, and I had somebody recently ask me, would you do to switch your combine over to four-wheel drive? What I did is I found a complete takeout axle out of a 6600 combine. So the 6600 and the 6620 combines, the best way to describe it, these subframes here, they're the same width side to side. So I measured mine and everything, and when I went down to the salvage yard out of state to get it, come to find out it's actually the same thing. Now I read online that if you run the two-wheel drive subframe, it's not beefed up enough, and sure enough it's not. The four-wheel drive actually has more has box subframe, so it's brace, heavier duty. So what I had to do was I had to drill a couple holes here to mount that part of the subframe in, and there's 4 bolts there. Don't mind the mess here. I left a little bit of soybeans in here and made a mess, and I'm paying hell for it. So I figure I'll break the numbers down. I got the axle, both wheels, this rear pan, had all the lines, and all the lines going to the front drive. Everything I paid $1,200 for, which I thought was a pretty good deal. When I installed it, these hoses were pretty rough and they started leaking. So I ended up putting 2 new hoses on, and then there was a third little one, which I'll explain when I get underneath the cab that goes to the solenoid. One thing you will have to do is you will have to change this part here, which is the return. On the two-wheel drive models, there will be a cover here. Let's see if we get a better view. There will be a cover here, and these tanks and everything are the same. You'll have to go to a local salvage yard, and you'll have to find this this unit here, and it'll bolt right in. I reused the same gasket, didn't change nothing, and you get the lines. Well, what I ended up doing was I pulled these lines out of the salvage yard, and I ended up twisting this one off because it was a mess trying to get it apart. So I ended up just putting a hose in there because it's not really high pressure. So there's lines right here that go into there for your return and everything. So I guess if someone wanted to, they could drill holes and tap and figure a way out how to do it. I wanted the factory one, and I knew a local salvage yard that was parting these combines out, and I was able to retrieve all of this. I don't remember what I paid for it, but it was really cheap. So the nice thing is it's all factory. I got a factory filter and everything, so it worked out good. Okay, so let's go underneath. I wish I had got it late. Okay, so what I mean by boxed, right here, this is all boxed in right here. That, I believe when I was swapping them, that square tubing there is actually a larger diameter. So I had to drill out these 4 holes here. Actually 2. Sorry, take that back. There was 2. I drilled these 2 out. Or no, sorry. take that back. I drilled these 4 out because the old one mounted right here. So this is actually longer in place. And then I had to replace these 2 lines because they were junk. So I replaced them going up into here. And then I did this 3rd one here. And it goes all the way up to there. So the only thing you got to do is this power wire here, which is just 12 volts. I just ran it up to a toggle switch in the cab, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Not hard to do. I would suggest having a forklift when you do this, because when I did it, my buddy and I, we left the wheels on it and we came under here with forks. I might have a picture of it. And we snuck it in all as one unit. That cover there for the shaft and everything that comes out on the back, I had to remove that so I could get in here and access some of these hoses and stuff. Okay, so all in all, I want to say the install took 4 or 5 hours, and that was taking my time. I think the hardest part was trying to get the new one in and drilling holes, because it didn't really want to line up that good. But we ended up getting it to work, and it's pretty easy. Like I said, I went to the local salvage yard that had one, and I took photos, and I knew which line went where. And like I said, I got everything: the axle, both wheels, lines, the pan on the back, and everything for $1,200. And I thought that was a pretty good deal. So I just thought I'd do a video on it to explain, because I had somebody ask me what I had to do to convert my 2-wheel drive combine to 4-wheel drive. So hope that makes your swap easier and answers some questions. Thanks a lot.